Tired of those endless waits and confusing forms when you're just trying to, get unpacked and settled? Welcome to our explainer. Today, we're completely skipping the wait. We're going to look at exactly how effortlessly you can set up your water service in Lubbock online, saving you time, a massive headache, and honestly, just a whole lot of stress.
Because let's face it, moving is stressful enough without having to worry about turning on the faucet to dry taps and dealing with confusing bureaucracy, right? So consider this explainer your ultimate step-by-step chronological guide to getting you utilities flowing without a single hitch. We're going to break down the exact steps you need to take to completely master this setup process. Seriously, even if you're brand new to this, you'll be able to follow along with absolute ease.
Okay, let's dive right into this and look at the brilliant value the city actually offers here. In Lubbock, the way they handle public works is incredibly streamlined. Get this, when you set up your water service through the City of Lubbock Utilities, we'll call them ZLOU, it literally bundles your wastewater, your stormwater, and your trash collection automatically. No way, right? No separate registration for sewage, no extra calls for trash pickup. It is all bundled onto one, very convenient monthly statement.
So here's our quick roadmap for getting set up. We'll be looking at prep your setup requirements, the step-by-step process, account features and management, support and troubleshooting, and finally, finalizing and what to expect next.
All right, Section 1, prep your setup requirements, gathering your documents.
Now, before we even touch a keyboard, you are going to need 4 specific items on hand. First up, a valid government-issued photo ID and your social security number. That's just to run a quick soft credit check. You're also going to need the exact physical address of your new place, plus either a signed lease agreement or proof of property ownership. Now, I know it sounds like a lot of paperwork, but these aren't just arbitrary hoops to jump through. They're actually strictly required to comply with federal identity theft regulations and to protect the city's revenue. So getting these together right now, it's going to massively streamline the whole process for us.
Now, what's really interesting about this next part is the contrast between the standard residential fee and the genuinely accessible ways you can get it completely waived. Establishing water service does require a deposit, just to insulate the city from bad debt. The standard deposit is $150. Good news is, it's fully refundable after 12 months of on-time payments. But wait, you can actually bypass this. If you're 65 or older, or if you already have a 12-month history of good payment compliance with CLU, bam, it's waived. Brand new to Lubbock, no problem. You can just submit a letter of credit from your previous utility provider to skip that deposit entirely. Pretty awesome, right?
Moving on to Section 2, the step-by-step process, the hybrid reality check. So let's take a second to clarify the exact nature of the Lubbock system, because it uses something called hybrid onboarding. Here's the deal. If you're a returning customer just transferring service, you can do everything 100% digitally. But if you're setting up a brand new residential account, you actually can't finish it entirely via self-service online. It begins digitally, which saves you a ton of time, but you have to finalize it either by phone or in person. This is just to verify your identity. So please, don't panic when you can't click Activate entirely on your own at the very end.
All right, here's the exact workflow. Step 1, go to mylubbock.us, find the City of Lubbock Utilities dropdown, and click directly on Help Me Move. That's where you'll find the Start Service forms. Step 2, carefully fill out the application. And a really quick pro tip here, double, triple check that your physical address matches your lease exactly. That's going to help you avoid those annoying automated rejection errors. And finally, Step 3. Finalize that request by calling customer service at 806-775-2509, or if you prefer, you can just pop into their lobby at Citizens Tower.
Okay, let's move to Section 3 and see how this all builds. Account features and management, streamlining your utilities.
Once your service is officially active, you're going to want to head back to the Access Your Account page on the portal to create your actual digital profile. And please, remember to use secure password practices when you're setting this up. This digital profile is honestly packed with perks. You can completely stop wasting time managing bills by configuring autopay and paperless notifications. Need to make a one-time web payment? You can do that easily. You don't even have to log in if you just have your 10-digit account number handy. Plus, and I love this, you can track your detailed consumption history. It's a fantastic tool for keeping an eye on that monthly household budget.
Next up, Section 4, support and troubleshooting. Who to call when things go wrong.
Because sometimes you might hit a snag, right? Maybe a document submission error. Well, here is your ultimate cheat sheet for getting help. If you're dealing with website navigation problems or account setup issues, you want that first line, customer support at 806-775-2509. They're physically located at Citizens Tower, and they're literally there to help you out. Now, if you have an actual emergency, we're talking a broken water main or a major leak, you need the 24/7 emergency dispatch line at 806-775-2588. And for routine, non-emergency stuff, you can just use the MyLBAK app on your phone. It ties straight into the city's 311 system.
All right, finally, Section 5, finalizing and what's next, timeframes and compliance.
So the really crucial point here is knowing what to expect after you've submitted your application and made that phone call. 24 to 48 hours is the standard lead time the city needs to physically connect your water service. Basically, this means you absolutely must start this process a few days before your occupancy date. I can't stress that enough. Giving yourself that little buffer is the single best way to manage moving anxiety and guarantee you won't be dealing with dry taps on move-in day.
Oh, and here's a surprising, super practical tip to make sure you stay compliant from day one. Did you know Lubbock enforces a mandatory year-round landscape watering schedule? It's true, it's to help conserve the regional water supply. Just take a quick look at this schedule to find your allowed watering days. It's based entirely on the last digit of your new house address. And definitely remember that on those specific days, irrigation is only allowed between midnight and 10 a.m. Sticking to the schedule keeps you out of trouble for sure, and it really helps protect the local infrastructure.
So, by using this bundled setup, you've efficiently knocked out water, sewer, and trash all in one go. See? It's incredibly straightforward once you actually understand those hybrid steps. Which leaves us with a pretty interesting question. What other online city services can simplify your life in Lubbock? I mean, from downloading the MyLBK app to researching your options in the deregulated electricity market, this whole digital infrastructure is built to save you time. So go explore it.
Just before we officially wrap up this explainer, a quick reminder. The information we've covered today is accurate as of August 25th, 2026. Keep in mind that municipal procedures, policies, and those specific fee amounts can sometimes change. So, always verify the most current details directly with official City of Lubbock sources. Thank you so much for joining me to master this topic today, and hey, enjoy your new home.